Okay, right. So first step, we are calculating the hydraulic parameters, elevations. After that, we are calculating the design of weir wall. So now in this class, we'll try to discuss about how to calculate design of impervious off-runs. Design of impervious off-runs. So this design we need to see. So we will going to calculate. So length of this length of upstream side launching off-run, length of downstream side launching off-run, and length of upstream protection work, that is L2, and length of downstream side protection work, and inverted filter. So this L3, L1, L2, L3. So this is L1, and this will be small L2, and this will be the L3. After calculation of this L1, L2, L3, we're going to calculate 2D1, that is the length of launching off-run, length of upstream protection work, and length of inverted filter, length of downstream side launching off-run. So we have here, you can observe the values. So length of launching off-run is 2D1. So D1 we are calculated. So D1 is the depth of upstream side, depth of sheet pile, the upstream side, that is D1. So if you multiply with the 2, that will be the length of launching off-run. So you need to construct the length of launching off-run, upstream side launching off-run will be 2D1. Okay. So upstream side black protection work can be constructed for a length of D1. So that is whatever the upstream side sheet pile depth will be there, that will be depth will be considered as a length for the upstream side protection work. 2D1 for the upstream side launching off-run. Okay. So similarly, L2 we need to calculate, and L1 we need to calculate. So this D2, that is a downstream side inverted filter, we need to calculate. So downstream side inverted filter will be 1.5 times of depth of downstream side protection work, depth of downstream side sheet pile, depth of sheet pile in the downstream side, that will be the D2. So 1.5 times of D2 will be the inverted filter length. So length of downstream side launching off-run will be 2.5 times of D2. So these are the standards. These are the standards. You just do one thing, just to take a screenshot of this one. So ఈ ఫిగర్ మీకు కనుక క్లియర్ గా వచ్చేసిందంటే డిజైన్ అయిపోతుంది. Take a screenshot of this one. Okay, right. So we'll move to the design of impervious off-run portion. Yeah, this is a design of impervious off-run. So I'll show you some formulas before going to design of impervious off-run. So this is the design of impervious off-run content. So for this impervious off-runs are designed to resist the seepage forces. Impervious off-runs are designed to resist the seepage forces and to resist the seepage pressure actually. So design of impervious off-run. So here the major thing we need to consider is seepage, under seepage. So seepage depends upon the head available at the upstream side. So amount of the depth of water available, the depth of water that is head available at the upstream side, it depends upon the seepage pressure. So under seepage depends upon the depth of water available in the upstream side of the weir. So this is the weir. So this will be the HS. So seepage pressure is entirely depends upon HS value. So seepage ante ikkada manaku water em undadu. So this is upstream side and this will be the downstream side. So because of this head difference upstream side to downstream side will be the HS because of the head difference. So water will seep from this like this. So we need to design the impervious portion. So impervious off-runs we need to design. So that means we need to design the length of upstream side launching off-run, length of downstream side launching off-run. So for this we are given values L1, L2 and L3. So those values we need to calculate. So for that, first we need to calculate what is the total length of. For that, what we need to do is we need to calculate total length of total CPI length or creep length that we need to calculate. So total creep length, first of all, we need to calculate. So if it head is, this is the head, then how much length this will seep or creep from upstream to downstream side. ఎంత length వరకు seep అవ్వగలుగుతుంది because of this energy, because of the head, water will move from the upstream side to downstream side. For what extent the water will move from the upstream side to downstream, so that we need to calculate. That is the length of seepage or creep length. So creep length can be calculated given by Blaise creep theory. From the Blaise creep theory, we can able to calculate this creep length. So creep length L is equal to coefficient of creep multiplied by upstream side head. So it is length of creep which depends upon the water available in the upstream side. So HS. So C times of HS. C times of HS. So C generally it is taken as 11 to. So generally it is taken as 12. Creep coefficient is taken as C value will be taken as 12. Okay. C is equal to generally will consider 12. So creep length will be 12 times of HS. Total length of creep will be L is equal to 12 times of HS. Okay, that is a calculation of creep length. Okay, we can able to calculate the exit gradient also. Exit gradient. So this is the formula according to Koch-Lars theory. So Koch-Lars theory is in our curriculum. After second unit, I think it is available in the second unit. Koch-Lars theory. In this Koch-Lars theory, we can able to see this Koch-Lars theory in the exit gradient concept. We will be going to see that. We will see that. Okay, right. First, so this is the total length of creep length we are calculating from this formula. L is equal to C into HS. After that, we need to go for the design of impervious affluent L1. So design of impervious affluent is depends upon the total. Just now we have seen. So length of creep is depends upon the amount of water available in the upstream side of the weir. So if at upstream side, if we are storing by using gates as well as the weir portion, the water is stored by using shutter portion as well as weir portion. Then we will use the formula for the calculation of length of impervious affluent at upstream side. That is L1 will be equal to 2.21 C into root HS by 13. 2.21 C into root of HS by 13. What is HS? Total depth of water, that is a head available at the upstream side of the weir. So HS will be the head available at the upstream side of the weir. If no shutters, with no shutters or shutter water is not there, so only the water is storing only with this weir portion, then the head is called as H. So then L1 will be equal to 2.21 C into root of H by 10. So this is the formula in metric units. Okay, so this is the calculation of L1. So just now we have seen L1 and juice. Just a minute, I will show you what is L1 and so this parameters is very important. Just now I told you to take a screenshot of this one. I'm also will take the screenshot of this, and again I will share this one. So here L1 will be, if you see L1, so this is the L1. This will be the L1. So this will be the L2. Okay. So this total distance is from here to here it is. That is upstream side sheet piles to downstream side sheet pile length is L1 plus L2 plus D. L1 plus L2 plus D. So this is L2, this is L2, and this will be L1, and this will be V. Total length is upstream side sheet pile to downstream side sheet pile will be L1 plus L2 plus V. So L1 will be, this is the L1. L2 will be, this is the L2. Right. So right. First, I will going to design the downstream impervious apron, that is L1. Downstream impervious apron L1 that I want to calculate first. So L1 formula is L1 is equal to 2.25. That's 2.21 into C the root of HS by 13. Next, so this is the downstream side impervious apron, and upstream side impervious apron can be calculated as L2 is equal to, small L2 is equal to, so just now we have seen total creep length will be equal to L1 plus L2 plus B plus, so I'll show you what is total creep length. I'll show you here. So this is the weir portion, and this will be the shutter portion. So water at upstream side and water will be at the downstream side. So total creep length will be so this is the upstream side sheet pile will be provided here, downstream side sheet pile will be provided here. So this will be the D1 and this will be the D2. Now the total length of creep will be so water will creep like this, move like this, move like this. So like this. So because we are providing this total impervious one. Impervious apron మనం provide చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి water will creep like this and like this and like this. It will move like this. It will go like this and will go like this, and it will enter into the downstream side. So this is the total creep length. So total creep length will be equal to L1. So this is the L1 plus L2. So this is the L2. This is L1 and this is L2 plus B plus 2D1. So ఇక్కడ ఇట్లా వచ్చింది మళ్ళీ ఇట్లా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది కదా 2D1 D1 plus D1. So this is 2D1. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇట్లా వచ్చి ఇట్లా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది కదా అంటే 2 times it move అవుతుంది. So 2D1 plus 2D2. So total length of creep will be. So I want to calculate L2 from here. L2 calculate చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా. So L2 can be calculated as 1 year తీసుకెళ్ళండి. L2 is equal to total length of creep minus L1 minus B plus 2D1 plus 2D2. Okay. So this is the formula for the calculation of upstream side impervious apron. So this is the upstream side impervious apron. So this will be the downstream side impervious apron. This will be the upstream side impervious apron. So now after that, total length of downstream side apron. Total length of downstream side apron can be calculated from this formula. L3 is equal to 18C square root of HS by 13 into small q by 75. If we are with shutters also, we are is having with water storage is also available with shutters, then this is the formula. If no shutters is there, so then we will use this formula. After that, so design of impervious, design of inverted filter and launching apron. So these are already fixed values. So D2 and D1, so 1.5 times of D2, 2 times of D2, so 2.5 times of D2. So these values are already. So generally filter, graduated filter is having 50 to 75 mm thick, and inverted filter will be 90 to 120 centimeters thick. I will explain in the next class regarding this inverted filter and design of inverted filter and launching aprons. So we will see the design for this problem. So this is the some formulas I showed here. Now we will move to the problem, that is the design of impervious apron at downstream side as well as the upstream side. So for the design of impervious apron, we require first we need to calculate total length of creep. The total length of creep depends upon the storage HS and C. So C multiplied by HS, total length of creep. Okay, and total length of creep is we are calculated from the total length of creep. We can able to we need to calculate the upstream side and downstream side launching off runs L1 and L2. L1 we need to calculate, and L2 impervious off run. Upstream side or downstream side impervious off run, that we need to calculate L1 value, L2 value. A total length of downstream side off run we can able to calculate L3 value. So after calculation of this length, after calculation of off run lengths, we need to calculate the thickness of that impervious off run. Thickness of impervious off run is depends upon the upstream side, that is pressure, upward water pressure. So that is seepage pressure available at that particular section. So that from that we can calculate. So we will. I hope you understood some these problems. Now we'll move to our problem. Yeah, right. So we are designed weir wall. That means design of weir wall is nothing but calculation of top width of the wall as well as bottom width of the wall we are calculated. So anyhow we know that length of weir that we are calculated, that is 4.75 root q. In the first step we are calculated total length of weir, that is L. Finding we are found the dimensions of the weir. So top width is small a and bottom width is small b, and total length is from this formula we are calculating. So top width we are getting from the calculations 3 meters, and bottom width we are got here is 8 meters. So top is 3 meters and bottom is 8 meters. So those values we are identified. Okay. So this design is completed. After that we need to design the impervious off run. So design of impervious off run, we need to calculate the length of off run, that is L1, down upstream side off run, length of downstream side off run, length of downstream side off run, and the thickness of this off run at upstream side, the thickness of off run at downstream side, that need to calculate. Okay, so that is the design of impervious off run. First, we need to calculate total length of creep. Total length of creep will be C into under root of C into HS. For this case, HS value, the head available at the upstream side will be 6.5 meters. So in this problem, that 6.5 multiplied with C value 12. Just now we are assuming. So just assume C is equal to 12. C is equal to 12. HS is equal to the given problem. We are calculated HS will be equal to 6.5. So total length of creep will be 78 meters. Total length of creep is 78 meters. And upstream side nunchi downstream side ki 78 meters another seepage another possible out. Seepage is possible up to 78 meters from the upstream side. So by considering this total creep length, we need to design the downstream side impervious off run. Ante impervious off run మనం డిజైన్ చేయాలి. చేయకపోతే ఏమవుతుందండి, పైపింగ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ మే టేక్స్ ప్లేస్. పైపింగ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అనేది పాసిబుల్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి మనం వీ నీడ్ టు డిజైన్ ప్రాపర్. సో డౌన్స్ట్రీమ్ ఇంపర్వియస్ ఆఫ్ రన్, ఫస్ట్ డౌన్స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ ఇంపర్వియస్ ఆఫ్ రన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలంటే జస్ట్ నౌ వి హావ్ సీన్ ఫార్ములా L1 is equal to 2.21 C into under root of HS by 13. HS by 13. Substitute HS is equal to 6.5, C is equal to 12. So you will going to get L1 will be, so creep length, that is downstream side impervious off run, length of off run, downstream side length of impervious off run will be 19 meters. Okay, downstream side manaku downstream side and L1 will be the downstream side. I'll show you later the diagram. After that need to calculate length of off run upstream side, that is L2. So L2 is equal to total length of creep minus L1 minus B minus 2d1 minus 2d2. దీనికి మొత్తం బ్రాకెట్ తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి మైనస్ అన్ని కామన్. సో calculate L2 is equal to total length of creep we are got total length of creep 78, L1 will be 19, B value we are calculated, so that is B is equal to small b, small a is equal to 3 meters, small b is equal to 8 meters, that we are calculating. D1 is equal to 2 meters, D2 will be 7 meters, D1 is equal to 2 meters from the depth of pile below the bed. So these levels we know. From the levels, depth of cutting 2 meters and calculate just now. This is upstream side, downstream side depth of cutting 7 meters. So 7 into 2, that is 14. Here it is 2 into 2 is 4. 2d1, 2d2. D1 is equal to 2 meters, D2 is equal to 7 meters. So if we calculate L2 value we are getting 33 meters. L2 is equal to 33 meters. So this is the upstream side impervious off run, total length of off run upstream side. Now total length of off run downstream side. సో నేను మళ్ళొకసారి చూపిస్తాను. ఇది వియర్ పోర్షన్ అండి. ఇక్కడ షీట్ ఫైల్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన, ఇక్కడ షీట్ ఫైల్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన. సో దిస్ విల్ బి L1. Upstream side impervious after. That is a downstream side impervious after. Up to sheet file work. So this will be the B1. This will be the B. So here to here it is L2. Here to here it is L2. Okay. So this is the impervious after. So this will be the, this is also impervious after. So this is also impervious after. Okay. So this is L1 can be calculated as 2.21 C into under square root of H by HS by root 30. So this from this formula we can able to calculate this L1. How to calculate this L2? L2 is equal to total length of creep minus L1 minus B minus 2D1 minus 2D2. So this is the D1, this is D2. So this is 7 meters in this case, this is 2 meters in this our case. So from this we can able to calculate the L2. Now the thing is total length of downstream side of run, total length of downstream side of run. చూడండి ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇక్కడ వరకు ఈ నుంచి ఇక్కడి వరకు L1 అనుకున్నాం. టోటల్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ రన్ అంటే L1 ప్లస్ వాల్యూ. ఎంత వరకు మన టోటల్ లెంత్ ఇంపర్వియస్ ఆఫ్ రన్ ఎంత వరకు మనం అప్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ షీట్ ఫైల్ కాకుండా మనం ఎక్కువ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. యాక్చువల్లీ ఎక్కువ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి, ఎందుకంటే సి పేజ్ లెంత్ అనేది చాలా ఎక్కువ 78 మీటర్స్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ మనకు టోటల్ లెంత్ చేసినా కూడా నలిఫై కావట్లేదు కాబట్టి మనం వీ నీడ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ది impervious off run length. So how to calculate for that? So total length of downstream side impervious off run will be equal to L3 will be equal to 18C square root of HS by root 13 small q by 75. From this formula, this is also empirical formula. So this derivation is not available. So only from the experimental data. So this is developed. So from this you can able to calculate L3 is equal to 54 meters. And ఇక్కడ నుండి, so from this base of the VR నుంచి 54 meters మనము ఈ ఆఫ్ రన్ మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో టోటల్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ రన్ విల్ బి 54 meters. Okay. Now total length of filter plus launching off run, length of filter plus launching off run will be equal. So do L2 minus L1. 35 meters will be the length of launching off run plus length of filter. So after that we can able to calculate the total length as well as slopes and all those things we can able to calculate. So main thing, this is not that required. After that main thing is we need to calculate thickness of impervious flow. So we are designed the length of upstream side and length of downstream side protection works, that is the launching off runs and all those things. Now we need to calculate thickness of impervious flows. Enta thickness మనం slab ఎంత thickness తో మనం floor ఎంత thickness తో మనం construct చేయాలి at various levels. That is important. The slab thickness is everywhere is not same because pressure slab thickness is depends upon the that is seepage pressure present at that particular section. Slab thickness is depends upon seepage pressure. So first what we need to do, we need to calculate the seepage pressure. So seepage pressure is just now we are shown seepage pressure is depends upon the head available at the upstream side of the weir. So seepage pressure is depends upon the HS. Okay, at this location seepage pressure will be equal to rho GH. Simply rho GH pressure is will be water pressure is equal to rho GH. So pressure is directly proportional to head. P is directly proportional to head. Okay, and P is also directly proportional to loss of head. P is directly also proportional to loss of head. So loss of head is proportional to HF. Loss of head will be directly proportional to length of creep. The length when creep length ఇక్కడ నుంచి let us suppose ఇక్కడ ఉంది అనుకో head, that is seepage pressure is different. Let us suppose P1. ఈ position లో P2. Seepage pressure is P2. In this portion seepage pressure is P3. If you observe, seepage pressure at section 1 will be greater than seepage pressure at section 2 will be greater than seepage pressure at section 2. ఎందుకంటే it will move అయినా కొద్ది వాటర్ అనేది ఇంటి ముందు మూవ్ అయినా కొద్ది ఏమైతే ప్రెషర్ అనేది తగ్గుతుంది బికాస్ loss of head will be there, so energy will going to loss, head will be going to loss. Okay, head will going to loss. So by considering that concept, we need to calculate the pressure, the seepage pressure at various level that we need to calculate. Okay, right. So seepage pressure, I want to explain how to calculate seepage pressure. So generally the water pressure is directly proportional, that is linear variation. Let us suppose water tank lo water unnayandi, the pressure variation etluntadanటే linear variation untadi. So this is the pressure variation, water pressure variation. At the top pressure is 0, at the bottom will be P is equal to rho gh. So the variation is linear variation. So linear variation మనం తీసుకొని మనం we can able to calculate the pressure at different levels or different points, different lengths at various sections. We can able to calculate. Okay, right. First of all, I want to calculate the so I want to calculate the pressure, residual pressure at point A. Residual pressure at a point A. Point A ikkada locate ayindi chudandi first. Different points దగ్గర, let us suppose a point దగ్గర నేను let us suppose I want to draw here. So this is the this is point A. So point A ikkada provide, let us suppose 1.5 meters from the this one. 1.5 meter distance lo undi point A anadi. Let us suppose this is point A. Here the pressure is Hs, the pressure head is Hs. The pressure available at this point will be directly proportional to P is equal to rho gh. Okay, now I want to calculate pressure at point A. So pressure at point A calculate cheyalante మనం pressure head we need to calculate, pressure head at point A we need to calculate. So for that what we need to do is loss of head I need to calculate. So loss of head is equal to residual head, or loss of residual head will be equal to from the linear interpolation technique. From the linear interpolation technique, for head Hs, the total creep length is L. Hs ganaka, let us suppose the head available, that is upstream side pressure head is Hs, then the creep length will be L. I want to calculate creep length from this data. If the head available is residual head is HR, then creep length let us suppose X. Let us suppose X. From this we can able to calculate, let us suppose X is equal to 1.5. Then we can able to calculate residual head. Etla cheyandi, etla calculate, just simply cross multiplication. HR into L will be equal to Hs into 1. From this concept we can able to calculate the residual head. Residual head is equal to Hs into 1.5 divided by L. So from this concept we can able to calculate the residual head. So residual head at various locations we can able to calculate. After calculation of residual head or pressure, residual head we can able to calculate. After calculation of this residual head we can able to calculate thickness. So thickness will be equal to thickness of the floor will be equal to thickness of floor or impervious apron will be equal to, we have a formula for that, thickness of impervious apron will be equal to 4/3 HR divided by rho minus 1. If we are using concrete or any other material, so thickness is depends upon its density. Okay, 4/3 HR minus rho minus 1. HR will be the residual head. Residual head can be calculated from this linear interpolation technique. So that is 4/3 into HR will be 2.6. Residual head is 2.6 for 1.5 meters. We are all, then rho is equal to 2.24 minus 1. You are going to get thickness. We need to provide 2.8 meters. 2.8 meters we need to provide. Similarly, 2.8 meters we need to provide. So let us suppose another point is there, point B is there, point B is located 6 meters from point A, 6 meters from point A. Again, what we need to do, we need to calculate the residual head. Again, we need to calculate the residual head. So HR will be equal to available head minus HS divided by the total length of creep into X. So this is the formula. From this formula, we can able to calculate the residual head. So residual head will be 2.08 meters for the 6 meters, pressure at 6 meters from the downstream side and fall. So again, after calculation of HR value, same we need to calculate thickness. So thickness will be 4/3 HR by rho minus 1. From this formula, you can able to calculate the thickness of floor. Again, we need to go for a pressure at 12 meters. 12 meters దగ్గర thickness ఎంత provide చేయాలి? 6 meters దగ్గర 2.25 meters provide చేయాలి. 12 meters దగ్గర 1.8 meters, 68 meters provide చేయాలి thickness. Like that, we can able to calculate thickness. Okay. So like that, we can able to calculate the thickness of impervious half-run. After calculation of thickness of impervious half-run, we can able to calculate the this. So like that. So here at A point, we need to provide 2.8 meters. At the B location, we need to provide 2.3 meters. At C location, thickness we need to provide 1.7. So after that, we need to design impervious half-run. Length of impervious half-run will be equal. We are 1.5 times of D1. So this is 2 times of D2. So these values are D1. So these values are already fixed one. So from that, we can able to calculate this length and all those things. Okay. I hope you understood this concept. So first we are calculated these levels. All these levels we are calculated in first step. After that, we are designed this weir wall, top width, bottom width, thickness of top width and bottom width we are calculated. After that, we are calculated the length of protection work, upstream side length, that is downstream side length, and upstream side length, total length in upstream side, and thickness at upstream side, and thickness at point A, thickness at point B, thickness at point C. They are calculated. So I hope you understood about this problem. I want to share this problem to you. So go through this problem, try to solve this problem. If you have any queries, you can contact me or you can ask me. I'll share this problem in YouTube. Okay. I'm just